Hey everybody, welcome back to Ark. I'm your host, Demetrodon. Today, I'm going to be redoing a video that I've done in the past, but I didn't do a very good job on, about how to have multiple saves on the same map in Ark. So, as you can see, I've got some save files on a couple different maps here for different reasons. This I kind of did as more of a test for a question somebody gave me, or somebody asked me in the last video in the comments. While these other worlds I've actually been doing things on. So, as you can see, this shows that you have a save file there. So in that map, you have a save file, and this is how you delete them all, or you can delete them individually, or you can just not delete them. So I would suggest never pressing these buttons up here if you don't mean to. And this deletes all dedicated server data. So if you have a dedicated server, it'll look like that instead of like this clipboard. So as you can see, these maps are taking up that slot, and I can only enter in this save file because that save file is saved on that map, and that's the only save file you can have on that map unless you use this. You're going to want to go into My Files, and this is I only know how to do this on Windows. If you want to do this on Mac or Apple or any sort of thing like that on a Mac, I'm not sure you can even do this. So yeah, this is a Windows only thing. So if you go into here, into your local disk, you go to Program Files times 86, and then you go to Steam, and then you go into Steam Apps, and then you go into Common, you go into Arc, you go into Shooter Game, you go into Saved, and then there are all your save files. So the ones that specifically say different names like Gen 2 Saved Arcs Local or Valguro Saved Arcs Local, those are those maps, and the Center Saved Arcs Local, those are all those save maps for those things. If you have a save map of the island, it'll just say Saved Arcs Local. It doesn't say the island, because I guess it's the original map or something, and they never changed that or something. Yeah, it's just called Saved Arcs Local, and that is all your island files. So if you have any saved on the island in particular, it'll just be called Saved Arcs Local instead of having a name in front of it and then Saved Arcs Local. So, the reason you'd want to do this is if you want to have another save file on the same map, like you want to replay the island or something, but maybe do it a different way, but you don't want to delete everything because you worked really hard on that map. Then you can make a folder like this, Arc Backup Save Files, or whatever you want to call it, and put it, well, you can put it anywhere, but you can just put it on your main desktop. That makes it the easiest. And then you can grab something like this center saved file and put it into there. Though keep in mind, if you are having multiple of the same things, you're going to need to make a number afterwards, or you're going to need to make a different folder. But so these backup save files, you can move the entire map. The entire save file is now moved over. So if I were to go into Arc, it no longer recognizes that there is a save file in the center because it has been moved to a different folder. It's no longer, the save file is no longer in the game. So, oh, well, I didn't mean to do that, but I can bring it back by just, clicking and dragging it back over. It's actually incredibly easy for something that's relatively complicated like this. In general, you also do want to keep in mind that this does have the ability to delete all your data. So if you want to follow this method, keep in mind that you could possibly delete everything you have by doing this. You might not be able to bring it back, though in my testing it seems to come back just fine. So as you can see here, the center is back, and I can now go back into that, and I'll be in the same places. I'll have the same saves, I'll have the same levels, all that sorts of stuff. It just moved it out, and so when you do that and you move it out and it recognizes that there's no save file, you can make a new save file and it will replace it with another thing that says the same thing. It'll say the center Saved Arcs Local, but it'll be a different save than your other one. So you can then switch those saves out and go back to this save or go back to that save, as long as they're not in the folder together. So you can do that with any of these maps. I do it with Genesis 2, I do it with Valguro, and if you want to, you can also just copy and paste, or you can go and press paste, but you can copy and paste the file there, so you have a saved copy of the map that you can then bring back in case you do something and maybe you get all your dinosaurs killed or something like that. Like you go, maybe you're about to do a boss battle, but in case the boss battle goes wrong, you don't want all your stuff to be deleted. So if I go into Genesis 2 and I do something real quick, I can bring back that old save file that will revert it back to having previously not done that thing. So that's what I'm going to show you guys right here, just as a proof of concept. So if I go over here to this island, never mind. Oh, come on, Super Pigamastax. So maybe something happens like this, and a Pigamastax steals something really important, and then he jumps off a cliff, or you die or something. Let's just say that happened, because I was just going to cut down some trees to show you guys what happened, but then that guy had to go steal my stuff. So now, if I go into my files again, here, and I take my Gen 2 Saved Arcs local, actually, I'm going to rename this. If I rename this and I add old, and I put it in there, it'll let me put it in there, and then I put this one back in. Now it should bring me back to before the Pigamastax stole my stuff. And as you can see here, I am back to my world, right where I was, and I have both of the cryopods that I had in my inventory previously. The one in my hotbar is still there, specifically. And I bet that Pigamastax is still over there. So bam, there you go. That's how it works. Now, a person asked me, if you play a non-dedicated server with a bunch of people, and you do this, will it work? Like with a couple of friends or something, you're playing a non-dedicated server, and you use this method, will you delete your friend's save data? And I found that I was originally over here. I spawned over here near like this tree stump, looking out at this water. So I walked over here to this rock, just to show that the character moved or whatever, and I haven't had to create a new character. I put it into the save backup files, and then I brought it back, and it still worked. So, as far as I can tell, you can save it for yourself, though I don't have people to test with it to make sure that they, don't get all their stuff deleted. So, I would probably avoid doing it. But if your friends probably didn't go into the map while you had it taken out, as long as they didn't go into the map while you had it saved in that extra folder, or maybe you just right click and copy and save that progress over there, and then you can bring that back. It would bring your friend's progress back probably, but you can't just move yourself, because if you're the host of the server, it probably won't work. It's risky. That's basically what I'm saying, and I probably wouldn't suggest it, but I think you could, though as I said, I can't properly test it. So I'm sorry that I can't properly test it, and good luck. So yeah, so if you enjoyed this video and it was helpful, and mainly if this video was helpful, make sure to leave a like down below and comment saying thank you, or this worked, or if there's something that's not working, you can ask me and I can maybe try to help you figure it out. Other than that, thank you all for watching. Helps me out, just even clicking on the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.